am I? You sure you want to know? If somebody told you I was just your average, ordinary guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. Truth is, it wasn't always like this. There was a time when life was a lot less complicated. Can I take your picture for the school paper?
Sure. In this lab, we have 15 genetically enhanced super spiders.
There's 14. One's missing.
Peter, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Pete, look, you're changing. I know I went through exactly the same thing at your age.
No, not exactly.
Wow.
Peter, may I introduce my father, Norman Osborn?
Great honor to meet you, sir.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
What the hell was that? Whatever it is, somebody has to stop it.
With great power comes great responsibility.
This is my gift.
Wow.
It is my curse.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
Do I get to say thank you this time?
You do too much. You're not Superman, you know.
Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and we are live. And this is going to be a watch along for Spider-Man from 2002. And just waiting on my guest to arrive, popping the popcorn, aka Katie. She's going to be doing the watch along with me. So just waiting on her. But it was a pretty good Saturday for me today. Went and worked, and everything was nice out. And my guest has arrived.
Hey,
Katie.
how you doing?
Please, good. Everybody, please welcome Popping the Popcorn, aka Katie.
Hey guys, how are you?
The first time that she's been on my channel. And, we're going to be doing, I said, a watch along of Spider-Man from 2002. One of my favorite films. It's the film that kicked off, you could say, pretty much the Marvel, films, or Marvel characters, being in films.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I did. And I brought popcorn too.
Oh, look at that. She has popcorn. And I only just bought a small can of Coke. But how you doing tonight?
I'm alright. A little tired from work, but I'm okay.
Me too. A little tired from work as well. Worked the full 8-hour shift.
Me too.
Yeah. But
I work 8 hours every time I work.
Oh wow. Crazy. But at least it's it's Memorial Day weekend.
Right. I'm working all weekend. Well, no, I'm off tomorrow. I had to work yesterday, but I'm off tomorrow. But I have to work Monday, so.
I'm shocked that you got to work on Memorial Day.
It's all right. I get paid time and a half that day, so it's not bad.
That's good. we got some comments in the chat here. I love Spider-Man. Me too. Who doesn't love Spider-Man?
Right.
I love this movie. I'm a huge fan of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. You know, same as me. He ended up saying hi, Katie, the Spider-Man Tobey Maguire fan.
Hi.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a watch along of Spider-Man from 2002. Before we start, just want to go over some stuff about Spider-Man. Spider-Man was released on May 3rd, 2002. Released by Columbia Pictures, aka Sony, and it was a big hit when it came out. This was the most anticipated film of 2002. I remember a lot of people, were talking about the film, and they were trying to get a Spider-Man film done for years, but it was in development hell until Sam Raimi came aboard, and Sam Raimi directed the film, and David Coep, who wrote the screenplay, he's written some films that I liked. Of course, he written Jurassic Park. He also written War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, which is another film that I really enjoy. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, another film that I enjoy, which I know a lot of people don't like. And, a few others. Premium Rush, he also wrote, which I like. But the film stars Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, Willem Dafoe, James Franco. You have Cliff Robertson in there, and also Rosemary Harris.
Nice.
So,
great cast.
Very great cast. And let's get this watch along started. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, press play. Any of you who have a copy of the film, whether you're watching it on stream or DVD or Blu-ray or 4K, load it up and, have fun, sit back and watch along with us. So, Katie, are you ready?
Yep, I have it on Disney Plus.
Oh, nice. So there you go. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, press play. So for sync-in, we have the Columbia Pictures logo.
Mm-hmm.
I like the music here. The music was done by, I think it was, I'm blanking on the name here. But it's very good here.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Marvel logo. I just really love how they did the opening here.
Right.
Columbia Pictures presents. Oh yeah, the music was done by Danny Elfman. That's who.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I love Danny Elfman. I think he's such an underrated person.
I agree. He's done a lot of scores for Tim Burton films. Just a lot of effort was put into the opening titles here, like with the spider webs. Now, I first saw this film when it was released on DVD. I remember my uncle had it on, on DVD, and I remember watching it with him and a few others in my family, and I was just blown away by it. Just seeing, we get a Spider-Man film, and I wish I got to see this in theaters when it was originally released, but I did actually get to see it on the big screen a few weeks back because they're doing Spider-Man Mondays, and
that's nice. I didn't get a chance to see it.
Yeah, and my local Alamo Draft House was showing the film in 35 millimeter, and
no.
and it showed all like the pops and the scratches. It felt like I was watching the film when it was released, in 2002. It had like a throwback vibe vibe to it. My favorite Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire. What's your favorite Spider-Man actors? Tobey Maguire will be number one. I'm gonna do Tobey Maguire, and then Tom Holland number 2, and 3 would be of course Andrew Garfield. Katie, what would you rank your favorite Spider-Man actors?
Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland. I don't like Andrew Garfield.
A lot of people say I look like Andrew Garfield a little bit in those films.
You do.
If they ever had like a documentary biography, if they need a casting for Andrew Garfield, I would be the guy.
Yeah, you do look a little bit like Andrew Garfield.
If they ever do the Spider-Man scenes. So now we're getting introduced to Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, and Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane there.
She looks so different now to what back then.
Yeah, she went blonde, I think. I always remember Kirsten Dunst from I was first introduced to her in Jumanji.
I love Jumanji.
Me too. Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Right.
And, they make Peter Parker here, you like your nerdy, likable guy. You see him with, the glasses there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Tobey Maguire was a good choice for Peter Parker at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But you see him, kind of struggling, to, be this person he's getting picked on.
Mm-hmm.
See, he gets tripped over there. I mean, I was picked on in school, so I kind of know how it feels. Now they're arriving on.
My friend have Cheetah View Patrick saying his favorite is Tobey Maguire.
Oh, there you go. How you doing, Have Cheetah?
Hi, Val.
Val Views, welcome. Good evening. Good evening, Val. Hey, Swerve is here. Swerve, how you doing, man? Said, are you also doing a Spider-Man 2 or 3 watch along? Maybe sometime down the line. So now we're introduced to James Franco and Willem Dafoe. James Franco as Harry Osborn, Willem Dafoe as Norman. Great casting, though. I really like Willem Dafoe.
Right.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people like him.
Yeah, he's a very good actor.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you picked on your last name is 10-1591. Swerve. Well, I'm glad you're in here, Swerve.
They all look so young.
They do. It's funny, like seeing Tobey Maguire here and then watching him when he was in No Way Home. You see how much he aged.
Yeah.
He's aged, but he still looks younger. He still looks the same, even though he aged a little bit. So now we got them in this place. You tell, like, Peter Parker, is really into Mary Jane at this point. Even though they live next door to each other.
Right.
Photographer there. It's Peter Parker trying to take a pic of the spiders. I feel like they use like real spiders here. It doesn't look.
I'm sure.
It doesn't look very like CGI-ish.
Right. They might have.
Yeah. And I'm watching the film on 4K, and the picture looks very good on 4K.
Oh, nice. What do you have? The Blu-ray?
Yeah, I have the set where it has all 3 films, and it's like a digibook.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So it has like these shots here, and you get like a you get like that image, which you're gonna see later on.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, like pictures in there. Yeah, like a little like like story of the making of the film there, like behind the scenes photos.
That's a really cool find.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good set if you don't have the films on 4K. Just look how good designed it is.
Oh, yeah. That's really cool. I like them.
Yeah, thank you, Swerve. Hit that like, guys. So now there's a spider missing. We all know where that is going to lead to.
Mm-hmm.
I liked, that we got the origin story here. I mean, I know we got it in Amazing Spider-Man when that film came out, but we all know the origin story of how Peter Parker got Spider-Man powers.
Right.
Katie, do you remember when you first saw this film?
I saw it in the movie theater.
Oh, wow. You're lucky. It took me 22 years later just to see the film in theaters when they re-released it.
Well, I'm probably a little bit older than you, so that's probably why.
Yeah, I'm 32.
I'm 35. I'm 37. So I got to see it in the movie theater.
Nice. You're an 80s baby, I take it.
What?
You're an 80s baby, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
86.
Nice.
So I grew up I'm still considered a millennial. I guess I'm like one of the older millennials, I guess you can say.
And there is the bite to Peter Parker and that spider. And you could tell that spider is very CGI-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to see all the Spider-Man movies in the movie theater.
Lucky. The first
So I
Spider-Man
technically seen all the Marvel movies in the movie theater, I guess you can say.
Yeah. Now we're introduced to Oscorp. Right here. The glider, the preview of Green Goblin.
Yeah, he's my favorite Batman villain. Spider-Man villain.
I like Venom. Venom's like my favorite Spider-Man villain.
I like Venom too, but I like Topher Grace, but I didn't like his version of it.
Well, that was the absolute worst version of Venom. Absolute worst. Yeah, Venom should not have been in Spider-Man 3. It should have been just straightforward Sandman, and then focus on the symbiote storyline. But that's a whole story for another day. Hell, even Tom Hardy was better than Topher Grace.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So now they're gonna show Norman Osborn. telling him about this the serum. Now we're introduced to Cliff Robertson there as Uncle Ben. And we got Rosemary Harris as Aunt May.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff Robertson, may he rest in peace. Great actor.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff Robertson, the one that sticks out to me from Spider-Man was he did that episode of The Twilight Zone. I don't know if you ever seen the original Twilight Zone where it was the Dummy. That episode of Dummy.
No, I didn't see that episode.
So basically, Cliff Robertson's character, is a performer, and he has a dummy with him, and the dummy comes alive,
Mm-hmm.
and he's listening, and he's basically listening to the voice of the dummy, and he's like freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really good episode. A lot of people got like freaked out over that episode, but he was very good.
Yeah, Patrick's saying it wasn't Topher's Great's fault for Venom. They should never introduced him at all.
Agree.
I agree.
I agree. Rosemary Harris, she's still with us. She's 96 years old. God bless her.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. I just like the chemistry between Ben and Aunt May. So now this is pretty much Peter Parker, just passing out, from that spider bite.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we get the powers coming into play.
If you got a bite like that, you would have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
When I lived in New York, there was like the apartment building that I lived in. There was like spiders everywhere. It was like crazy.
Yeah, I would freak out. I don't like spiders or any.
I don't either.
If I see a bee, I like try to dodge it and run away from it.
But I lived in a small town in New York, and they had like these big spiders.
Yeah. I'm in New York. So.
What was that?
I'm in New York.
Oh, yeah, I lived in a small town in New York. When I lived there for a year. I lived in Plattsburgh, New York. A lot of people don't know where it is.
Oh, that's probably upstate New York.
What was that?
It's probably upstate New York.
It's upstate New York. It's like, so to get to New York City, it's like 8 hours away. But now I'm back in Florida.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now Norman Osborn's going into machine here.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be testing the serum. That's going to give him the powers, to him becoming the Green Goblin. And it goes horribly wrong. I swear it's going to go absolutely crazy here. Tobey Spidey was the first trilogy that was eye-catching. I agree.
How you doing, Joe? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
This part right here reminded me of like X-Men, Wolverine.
I never seen any of the X-Men films except for like Deadpool and New Mutants.
You've never seen the originals?
I
You
never
gotta
seen
watch them.
any X-Men films. I don't know.
Um,
They're just not my type of thing. They're just not my type of films, though. But yeah,
Joel,
like
we're 17, 17, 38, 39, 40, 41 into the movie.
There he goes.
We're at the part where Peter Parker's just waking up.
Yeah. Yeah, he's waking up, putting on his glasses, and now he sees clearly now.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, like how the Spidey powers, took away, like his, blindness, so he doesn't have to wear glasses. Now he's all buff.
And he finds out that he's like buff.
Yeah. And he's eyeing on Mary Jane from the window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was nice. I like when he does that. When he comes down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Just jumps on the wall. I like how close they all are.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings, Will Ferrell, number 1.
Well.
It's very horrible how the way, I guess, Mary Jane's father, just interacts
Right.
with him.
Joel, just up to you, Michael. Thank you, Joe.
Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you. Welcome.
Dark Room Reviews. He's my good friend, Joel.
Oh, thank you.
And Patrick have Cheetah View and Val. Those are my good friends.
Good. Welcome to my channel. Once again, Peter Parker is going to be missing the bus.
Mm-hmm. It's always the nice guys that the girl doesn't even notice.
Yeah. It's always the nice people get treated poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Which is sad. Do you like the Cable Guy with Jim Carrey? I have it in my collection, but I never seen it. I saw a few clips of it here and there. I know it's a dark.
I watched that movie when it came out in the 90s.
Yeah, that's how old Katie is.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see it in a movie theater, but I watched it when it came on Blockbuster.
Good old Blockbuster.
I mean, like, I'm not that much older than you. I'm like, what, like 4 or 5 years older? Something like that.
Yeah, 5 years older. I was born 91.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You're the same age. So you're the same age as my cousin. She was born in 94, so you're a year older than her.
Mm-hmm. There comes the butler, which in Spider-Man 3, he revealed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he knew that. Oh, the glider killed Norman Osborn.
Right.
Like,
well, don't forget, Harry was like, I gotta find Spider-Man because that's who killed my dad. But oops, spoiler alert. Nobody's seen the movie. But this movie's been out forever, so I'm sure a lot of people seen it.
Exactly. Now this is such a good scene here.
Mm-hmm.
Just catches everything.
I wonder how many times they had to take that.
That probably must have been a lot. That probably must have took like 20 takes, maybe, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just too nervous to say that, he likes Mary Jane. I feel like.
Right.
Now this is where he discovers, that, he sees his powers, with the whole
Mhm.
Spidey, with the whole webs.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I always wonder how do they do that with the webs.
Right.
You can tell
I
like,
didn't.
that's not.
I didn't even know that Tobey Maguire was like a lot older than Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, I didn't even know that either.
He's 48, and she's only 42.
She doesn't look 42 though.
Right.
And Tobey Maguire doesn't look in his 40s when I watched him in No Way Home. He looked like he was in his 30s.
Mm-hmm. And then that guy that's always picking on him.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that that's Sophia Vergara's ex-husband. That's Joe McAlone, or however you say his name.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. So now he's trying to pick a fight with Tobey Maguire.
This is before he became like famous, I think. Like, how like they have like a supporting cast before they're like really, really famous?
Yeah. Nice.
Because the only other person.
He said no, that is Nicky Cat. He plays Flash.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It says it's Joe, whatever his name is. This is because the only other thing that I knew James Franco did before this was Geeks and Freaks. It was a TV show.
Freaks and Geeks. I've heard a lot about that show, but I never watched it.
If you like Seth Rogen, he's in it.
I like Seth Rogen
as well. That's how him and James Franco became friends.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because then after the Spider-Man trilogy, James Franco went on and did Pineapple Express with him, with Seth Rogen,
mm-hmm.
which I have in my collection, but I haven't seen.
You haven't seen what?
Pineapple Express.
Oh, it's a fun movie.
And then years later he did This Is the End,
mm-hmm.
which I liked. I
have
saw
you seen that one?
Yes, it's a classic to me. I think This Is the End is a classic. I saw it in the theater.
I know, Patrick. I know you don't like Seth Rogen. Oh, I love Pleasantville. Really? That's a good one.
I haven't seen Pleasantville, but I've heard good things about it. Tobey Maguire's in it. And this is where he's climbing the wall now, up the side of the building.
You know what you need to do is reviews of movies you have not seen.
I think so.
Yeah, I love Pleasantville. Not too many people talk about that movie. That's a very, very underrated movie.
It's cool how he's jumping the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is going to be hilarious. Oh, yeah, he goes, go, go, go. Go, Web.
So I'm guessing this movie, if he's 48 now, so he must have been like in his 20s when he did this one.
Yeah, you can tell he looks very young. Go, Web, go.
And I didn't know that him and Leonardo DiCaprio are like really good friends.
Yeah, they were in I think This Boy's Life. together.
I know they were in The Great Gatsby together.
I've heard good things about that film. So he got his spidey web on the
The
crane.
book's good too. The late Don Knotts was in Pleasantville. Yes, he was in that one too.
Yeah, he's swinging and then he misses. Wah, wah, wah. Now he's returned home.
It looks like he lives in like Queens or like Brooklyn or something.
It looks more Queens-ish. So
I've never been to the city, so I wouldn't know.
Meatloaf and veggies in the oven. Once again, Mary Jane's father being a dick.
That's what happens when you're an alcoholic. You're not very nice.
Exactly. I've never met an alcoholic that's like that. I wouldn't want to. And this is at the point where you see that he really cares for Mary Jane. The clothing is so early 2000s. Little throwback there. I like how some movies and shows like with the wardrobe, just makes you feel, that time if you lived through those times.
Right. I was in 9th grade in 2002.
I was going into the 6th grade in 2002. This came out in May, so I was finishing up 5th grade. When
I was finishing up 9th grade, so I would have probably been in 10th grade by the time the movie came out or something. Or the year after, when the second one came out. 11th grade, I think, when the second one came out, I think.
Yeah, it was 2004.
Yeah. So I was in 11th grade when the second one came out. I remember I wanted to dye my hair the hair color, but my mom wouldn't let me.
Oh, that reddish?
Yeah, she wouldn't let me. She was like, "You're 13. What are you doing? Want to dye my hair?"
Say you should have told her should have told her Kirsten Dunst inspired me to dye it as her Mary Jane character.
It's all good.
Mary Jane wants to.
But when I got older, I dyed it like that color. It was like more like a reddish blonde, but yeah,
not bad. Mary Jane wants to be an actress. We see that, in Spider-Man 2 a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man 3. Very jealous. $25,000.
It's still thundering here really bad. I like hear rumbles of thunder.
Typical Florida weather.
Well, it was like 90 out, but with the heat index, it was like 105.
Wow. I was in Florida back in January at Disney World.
Oh, next time you come, let me know. I can meet you.
Will
Because
do.
I only live an hour and a half from Walt Disney World.
Nice. I'll definitely let you know.
I'll be there in October because my cousin's getting married at Epcot.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, my number one favorite park. Epcot number 2, Magic Kingdom number 3, and then Animal Kingdom last, number 4.
Oh, mine's Magic Kingdom, then it's Epcot, then it's Hollywood Studios, then it's Animal Kingdom.
Now you see the design of Spider-Man there.
Mm-hmm. Have you been to Universal on the Spider-Man ride? Have you been there?
I never been on it. Never been to Universal.
Oh, you should go because Universal has the rights to the they have the rights to so the only reason why you won't ever see Spider-Man and Disney World is because it's in California, and before that Universal had the rights. So Universal, because of that reason, you'll never see Spider-Man and Disney World because of that reason. And so if you go over there, the Spider-Man ride is so cool. It's 3D, and you're like in Jameson's office and everything, and you can hear his like voice and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah,
and it's a simulation ride, huh?
You hear Parker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it voice
and it's a simulation ride, but it's like a 3D ride, and it's really cool because you're like in this like car, but you're also like 3D, and he like holds on to the car. You like flip back. It's like really cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty cool.
But if you go to Disneyland, they also have a Spider-Man ride there now too. Nice. The Rub Slinger ride. It looks cool. I've never been to California, but it looks cool.
I never been to California either. And this is where we get introduced to Clifford Robertson as Uncle Ben, saying, with great power comes great responsibility. The famous quote.
Yeah.
This is where he's coming off as a brat here to his uncle. This whole quote from Cliff Robertson is just great.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have passed by this library when I was in the city.
What was that?
Comes great responsibility. I might have passed this library in the city.
Oh, nice.
Something's different. I'll figure it out. Stop lecturing me, please. I don't mean to lecture, and I don't.
I've never been to the city.
And I know I'm not your friend. Then stop pretending to be.
I always wanted to though, but I did pass it on my way back to Florida because we drove. So I did pass it, but we were there at like 3:00 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
This is where he's going to regret, acting like that, because we all know what happens.
That library kind of looks, or that museum or whatever, looks kind of like from that movie with Ben Stiller, The Night at the Museum.
A little bit. Now he's in the wrestling building where he's trying to earn some money. And that's Macho Man Randy Savage there. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
May he rest in peace. Miss Macho Man. And you know me, I'm a huge wrestling fan. seeing Macho Man in this movie was absolutely great.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen that they have the Macho Man Slim Jim, and it's like a bigger Slim Jim? Have you seen those?
Slap it to a Slim Jim. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're so big. I've never had one of those. I usually just get the like monster one, and I'm like, this one I don't know if I want to try it because it's so big.
I never had Slim Jim though, but I've heard it's pretty good.
You never had a Slim Jim?
I never snapped into a Slim Jim.
They're pretty good if you like beef. She's also very famous now too.
Oh, she looks familiar.
She plays in Divergent.
I never seen the Divergent films, but like that's a franchise that never finished. That from what I've heard.
They're good. The books are good too. If you like to read, the books are really good too. I read that whole series like in a week because I couldn't put it down.
I got you.
The Maze Runners are good too. If you like that kind of sort of thing, the Maze Runners are good too.
The Human Spider. Oh, that sucks. Looks like a mask just to rob a bank with.
Right. Well, he has on a ski mask.
Yeah.
I wonder how Sam Raimi got the pro wrestler in there.
Oh, Macho Man?
Yeah.
Probably went in contact probably Macho Man probably went to WWE and had either Vince McMahon say either he told Vince McMahon, let me contact Macho Man. Probably that's how they got it. Even though Macho Man was kind of away from WWE for a while.
Either that or they just went to him and went to his publicist or someone.
Yeah. Now he's fighting Macho Man in a cage match for hoping to get $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where? I got 3 minutes.
I laughed at this part. I thought it was so funny the way you said it. I used to watch wrestling a long time ago.
I still do. I still watch it every single week.
I used to watch it when the Hardy Boys were on it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first started watching.
When The Rock had hair?
Yep. By God, steel chair to the back. Doing good old JR, Jim Ross.
Mm-hmm.
That spider has a family, damn it.
If I ever get the chance to interview Tobey Maguire, I would ask him, so how was it wrestling him?
That would be a very good question for him to ask.
Because like it would be like did you ever see Righteous Killers? I think that's what the name of the movie is. It has Al Pacino and Robert De Niro and 50 Cent in it.
No, I haven't seen it.
And so they were asking 50 Cent, they were like, so how was it working with them too? And 50 Cent was like, I didn't know what to say. Because he was like, I didn't know what to say because I was so mesmerized by them. I think he was fanboy.
So he got cheated out of $3,000. Unfortunately, he ended up pinning Macho Man's character in 2 minutes.
Right.
You have to stay in there for 3 minutes to get the $3,000. Just as now they're getting robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this character right here is pretty much Sandman's, spoilers, if you've seen Spider-Man 3, Flint Marco's Sandman. This is one of the guys that he was with.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at the scene where Uncle Ben gets shot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we all think it was that guy, but Spider-Man 3, they changed up everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, how is Flint Marco's Sandman, like, when Spider-Man 3 was done, they waited 5 years just to say that, oh, he was the one who killed Uncle Ben.
Right.
I'm like, what are you telling me? Flint Marco was on the run for 5 years?
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, you get the famous Tobey Maguire sad cry, which they have become a popular meme online. Especially
I've seen it.
especially Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is like meme central. I kind of wish Cliff Robertson's character as Uncle Ben was in it throughout, was in it more.
Yeah, me too. It would have been cool.
Mm-hmm. And wait until the middle portion of the film and kill off Uncle Ben.
Mm-hmm.
The spider reminds me of on the back. It's like the same logo that they used for Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, we did not know that they were going to use that spider image for Amazing Spider-Man.
He looks like Deadpool up there a little bit.
Yeah, only he's missing the eyes like that.
Or he looks like a ninja.
Spider Ninja, Spider Ninja. It was so good seeing these scenes in the theater when I went and saw the film a couple weeks back.
It was really good.
Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, there was a good amount of people in the theater.
Oh, well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. I remember one of them came in wearing a Spider-Man mask, which was cool.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So was it just this one that you saw in the movie theater?
I saw all 3.
Oh, when you went? That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
that's what they did with the Harry Potter movies when the Harry Potter movies came out, when each one of them came out, and I did that.
Yeah, I'm not a big Harry Potter guy. I saw Chamber of Secrets when it came out in theaters. I was bored out of my mind.
Oh, I love Harry Potter. That's why I got the Gryffindor line right here.
Oh, nice.
It's Squishmallow.
Cute. That's so cute.
Squishmallow. I collect those. I got a dumpling here too.
That's so cute.
And then I got this like little doggy.
That's so cute.
And then I got Stitch too.
No, Stitch. You should take it to Disney with you.
Huh?
You should take it to Disney with you. I like that right there. He just swings upside down there. Ooh. Nice. Like, why you unmask yourself?
Right.
He's gonna know your identity if he sees you on the street.
Yep.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3, that's all erased.
Yep.
That's a big fall.
Yeah, it was. They're trying to find him now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right
I like
back.
that shot. Okay. Yeah, this film still holds up to this day. Touching scene here where he returns home. He's with Aunt May. They're both hugging because, of course, grieving the loss of Uncle Ben.
Does what you said, Jan. I'll sign that contract tomorrow. I assume you're confident about this, yes? Absolutely. Captain Curtis is our top pilot. Now, what about your commitment to Oscorp? Nothing would please me more than to put Norman Osborn out of business.
Yeah, he wants to put Norman Osborn out of business here. He wants to put Oscorp out.
We are picking up an unidentified object closing fast. You see anything?
Now you hear the last of the Green Goblin here.
Mm-hmm.
Graduation scene. I like how good of friends, Peter and Harry are. I just always bought their friendship, their chemistry together.
Me too.
The end of one thing, the start of something.
Oop, they're breaking up.
You're like a brother. That makes
Flash and Mary Jane.
If you ever need anything,
Yep.
It's just such a nice looking house that they have there.
Yeah, but the house looks like it's from the 80s, though. The
It
70s.
does give me, 80s kind of like a look to it. Here we go, crying again. And every time like I watch these movies, it's like he cries too much.
Wait, Sam Raimi probably told him to.
Well, they got to make the characters very sympathetic.
Yeah.
Well, it's understandable here, he just lost his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
He deeply regrets it now. I always thought Rosemary Harris was a good choice to play Aunt May.
Yeah, I agree.
Then we go from her to Marissa Tomei in Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So I was like, wow, Aunt May, aged youngly.
Right? I thought so too. I was like, wait, he's a little bit too young. She's a little bit too young,
Mm-hmm. But I liked Marissa Tomei in those films.
Great power
Comes great responsibility.
Remember that, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Here we get the first reveal of the costume.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice looking costume. People in the neighborhood giving him mixed reactions.
Right.
People love him, some people hate him. That's comedian Jim Norton there, where he goes, he stinks and I don't like him.
Right.
Yeah. I know of Jim Norton from the Opie and Anthony show from back in the day.
I've never seen that show.
It was actually a radio show. It was actually a talk radio show.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty funny stuff. Oh, just that suit. It still holds up. Yeah, we got introduced to J.K. Simmons here.
Yep.
The best character in all of Spider-Man.
And it doesn't even look like J.K. He doesn't even look like J.K. Simmons either.
Yeah, he's wearing a hair. You can tell he's wearing a hairpiece. J. Jonah Jameson is one of the best characters in Sam Raimi's.
That's Elizabeth Banks right there.
What was it?
That's Elizabeth Banks. His secretary. That's Elizabeth Banks.
Wow. She looks so different.
Well, it's because they put a wig on her and she doesn't have her blonde hair.
Yeah, she looks unrecognizable.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of cameos in this movie that you wouldn't know that they were famous now.
Yeah. Now he wants a picture of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to be famous? Yeah, when I saw it in the theater, he actually got, good laughs.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so working at a diner there,
Mm-hmm.
trying to live her dream. Boss is bothering her. I hate when bosses are like that to people.
Mm-hmm.
We all have it.
Yep.
We
But
all
I
have
am the boss where I work. I am the boss. So I gotta be the mean person.
it. You try not to.
I'm not mean.
Nah.
Or I try not to be mean.
Yeah. You're a nice person.
Huh?
You're a nice person.
Thanks, I try. But you don't know me work mode me though.
It's what I've known, like from working. It's like, like people, like your workers there, like bosses and stuff. They gotta be like that. But then when you're out of work and you hang out with them, they're nice people.
Right.
It's very weird.
Mm-hmm. Patrick's asking, have you met Squishmallow Me?
Yeah, she showed me her Squishmallows.
I got big ones too.
It's very weird seeing James Franco wear glasses. We hardly ever seen him wear glasses in films, but just for his character here.
Right.
Peter Parker. So at this point, we know that Harry is, seeing MJ.
Mm-hmm.
What other skills do you have, Parker? I was thinking of something in photography.
Hello. He wants to try to get a job for,
Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah. Do you like Jim Carrey as the Riddler or Tommy Lee Jones as Harvey Two-Face?
I like Jim Carrey as the Riddler, even though he kind of plays like the Joker to me whenever I watch Batman Forever. Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face, not a fan.
I like Aaron Eckhart's better.
Yeah. I know Jim Carrey was a standout of Batman Forever.
I like Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I think if they put Batman the Riddler back in, they should do Jim Carrey more serious Riddler than the goofy crazy Riddler he was.
Originally I heard that they were going to cast Robin Williams as the Riddler for Batman Forever, but they ended up going with Jim Carrey. I would have liked to have seen Robin Williams as villain.
Mm-hmm. You know what movie he is really good in, J.K. Simmons? Did you see Whiplash with with Miles Teller. That's a really good one. It's about a drummer. That's a really good one.
I haven't seen it.
And J.K. Simmons plays like his teacher.
Mm,
That's a really good one. It's a independent film. See, that's her. She
yeah.
just has short hair. They just gave her short hair and a wig.
Yeah.
That's Elizabeth Banks.
Like when I first saw this and went, like I kept watching it over the years, I'm like, I didn't even know it was Elizabeth Banks until you said it.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of famous people in this movie that you don't think is, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This reminded me when I saw Oscorp. I was like, and even in the comics, it reminded me so much of Luther Corp. I was like, they're just trying to bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah. Basically, Oscorp is the Luther Corp in Marvel's world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Lex Luthor's dad was never the villain. It was always Lex that was the villain.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever watched Smallville, Lionel Luthor was pretty much more of the villain than Lex, because in that series, Lex and
I love Smallville.
Me too. I'm a huge fan of Smallville. I grew up with that show. Watched it every single week when it came on.
Me too. I didn't get the chance to watch the last 2 seasons, but because I didn't have cable at the time, so I couldn't watch it. But
they were pretty good.
Now I'm sure I can find it somewhere streaming.
So now they kicked Norman Osborn out of Oscorp because they want to sell it. They want to sell Oscorp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he owns it, don't he?
Yeah. But they want to take him out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was good as Lionel Luthor. John Glover. Yeah, he was good.
I met John Glover.
That's awesome.
I met him at New York Comic Con along with some of the others from Smallville. I met Tom Welling, John
That's
Glover.
Awesome.
I met Erica Durance, who played Lois in Smallville.
Nice.
Yeah. This parade.
He doesn't like that his best friend likes MJ.
Yeah, this parade scene still holds up.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know why they would give her. It looks like a Macy's Day Parade. I don't know why they would give her like a Oriental like look.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's the Chinese festival. Sorry, I thought it was the Macy's Day Parade, but it's like a Chinese festival. But I don't think that color looks good on her.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah.
Maybe it's her hair. I don't know. They did her hair.
Now we're gonna get introduced to the Green Goblin here, riding on his glider.
Mm-hmm. That's Macy Day?
Yeah.
Macy Gray.
You'll see a little appearance from the late great Stan Lee here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think it would have been cool to meet him.
He was at New York Comic Con one time, and he sold out really fast.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there's the pumpkin bombs. There's Stan Lee right there.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace. I have to say, after Stan Lee passed away, the Marvel films have become way too comical.
Yeah, they have.
Like
He wouldn't put up with it.
Like I've been noticing that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like my comedy in Marvel films, but too much, it's eh. Each and every time I watch this film, the more Green Goblin looks more like a Power Rangers villain. Just that suit.
Right.
Suit makes him look like he's out of Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Hey, Mohammed. I'm doing
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Now, I did see what the Green Goblin was originally supposed to look like for the film, but they didn't end up going with it. So this was the original design that they were going to go with here. This was originally supposed to be the Green Goblin's look.
I like this version better.
And they deemed that it was too scary.
Mm-hmm. That version, he looks like an alien or something.
It was too scary for.
It doesn't look scary. It just looks like he's like an alien or something. This Green Goblin, I can't talk. This Green Goblin's more modern.
Yeah,
that one looks like it's from the 80s or something.
But that was the test design.
Mm-hmm.
That was what they were originally going to go with, but they end up going with this one. I mean, it looked cool for the time. The costume looked cool for the time, but now when you rewatch it nowadays, like I said, it just looks like a Power Ranger villain.
Yeah.
Let me again, Spider-Man.
He's like diving like he's going like swimming or something.
Yeah. Didn't mean to get off here. Michael, did you catch Collision earlier tonight? I saw a little bit of it. It's AEW wrestling.
I don't know what that is.
It's All Elite Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
St. Patrick's Cathedral there. I feel like in Spider-Man 2, like when you watch Spider-Man 2, the suit kind of changed a little bit, like they upgraded it.
Right.
I like both suits.
Me too. He looks so much like his brother in this movie, James Franco. Looks like Dave Franco in this movie. But only James is a little taller than Dave, though.
Nice looking apartment. Very, very modern at that, at that time. Then, Peter's, house.
Right.
I said, which looks like it was out of the 70s, 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually like going back to the Green Goblin original look. There's a video. There's a video on YouTube of a screen test of it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this.
You've known all along. Where are you? Follow the cold shiver running down your spine.
Yeah, this
I thought that was interesting to have his voice and then him like look.
Yeah, I always like that though. Like here's the video of the original like screen test for it.
Oh wow.
I think they would have CGI'd it a little bit more.
Probably.
You can tell it looks like an alien.
Looks like an alien from like, I don't know, like Saturn or something.
Yeah. Got like the teeth. I just like the scene here where like it's just him talking into the mirror of himself.
Yeah.
It's like they have
That's
two
how
identities.
you know he's such a great actor.
Yeah. It's like he has two identities here. And then
Split personality disorder.
And then like the nice him just gets pulled into the mirror. So the evil Norman Osborn gets out.
Right.
That was all because of the serum in the gas tank. Hoffman. Green mean. I trust my barber.
And he just throws the cigar out the window.
And throws it. It gets thrown back.
Yeah. Because he's the Green Goblin.
When I saw that in the theater like a few weeks back, that actually made me jump out of my seat. That was so unexpected.
I'm sure.
And pretty much now when you watch it, you can see him talking in the mask. Like a few times I've seen the movie, I couldn't even recognize that.
Right. Yeah, you can see him. Yeah.
Especially watching it in 4K, it's much more clear. It's much more clear that you can see his mouth moving.
Right.
Now he's kidnapping Spider-Man. Gassed him up.
Yep.
I just love how they slow his voice down there.
Right.
In slow-mo.
And then there you can see his eyes a little bit.
Yeah. To be honest, I never even read any of the Spider-Man comics.
I haven't read them either. I just knew who they were because my older brother used to have a comic book collection, but I just knew who he was because my brother would talk about him all the time.
I only just know him from watching the movies and reading up on my knowledge. Citizens crawl for wall crawler's arrest.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spider-Man is a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's out there trying to save New York.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly face?
Sorry, I'm not usually up about this time.
Oh.
Well, it's because during the week I get up at 6 in the morning, so.
Ew. That's terrible.
Huh?
I was like, that's terrible to wake up that early.
I don't have a choice.
Yeah, I wake up at like around 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Nice. I wish.
I'm always.
Yeah, I get up at 6 Monday through Friday. I get up at 6.
Oof.
So I'm usually asleep by now. Usually asleep for like maybe an hour. Because I usually go to bed between like 10:30 and 11, usually. Unless I'm having like a rough night and I can't sleep, then I'll be up. But and then it doesn't help that it's raining and thundering, so it makes you even more sleepy.
And of course, it's thunder and lightning in the film, so it's like relating to how the weather is out there now.
Right?
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Now these thugs are going after Mary Jane here. We're almost going to get to one of the greatest moments in cinematic history.
Yep.
Nice. Defending herself. Trying to.
And it looks like it's flooding there too. It looks like it's actually raining and flooding.
Yeah. Even though they're in a sound stage.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I would want to be an actor and be like in the rain and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even on a sound stage, I don't think I want to be soaking wet.
Yeah. I was in the neighborhood.
But she doesn't know that that's Peter.
In 4K, like I was watching, you could clearly see his face.
Mm-hmm.
Now here is one of the greatest moments in cinematic history here. Such a memorable scene.
I think it's one of the best ones.
Yeah. The kiss. Spider-Man hanging on the fire escape.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best kisses ever. It's very memorable.
Right.
And they tried to replicate it again in Spider-Man 3, but absolutely horrible, even though it was Gwen Stacy. I just love that scene each and every time it comes up when I watch this.
Right.
Get the building on fire there. They also did this in Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Nice there. Cute. You could tell they just added in cry sound effects there.
Mm-hmm.
The baby wasn't even crying.
Right.
I'd be afraid, like, if I was ever in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be afraid of, like, going through, like, flames and all like that.
Me too.
You never know. You never know
Right.
if it could go wrong.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yep.
That was a good tease.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong answer. That's such nice.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I was like that. Like sometimes, like some films in the early 2000s, they pretty much like ripped off the Matrix with like
Yeah.
just
I love the Matrix movies, but I didn't like the new one.
I only seen the first one. I didn't see the sequels, which I've heard are pretty mixed from people who really loved the first film.
The first three are all right, but the new one, mm-mm.
I heard it was terrible.
The new one was terrible.
It's a Thanksgiving scene.
Mm-hmm.
He gets introduced to Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Quick like reflexes.
Yeah. What? I think so. I think so.
Now I'm always like, how did he hear that drop when it was so
Right. Oh, I'm on a stream. The look on his face.
Now he realizes.
Yeah. He knows that Spider-Man's Peter.
Mm-hmm. Woman, do the honors.
Mm-hmm.
That sadistic look.
Yep.
Mm. He knows. He knows he's lying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Something has come to my attention. Are you all right? Fine, just fine. Thank you, Mrs. Parker. Everyone, enjoy the fruitcake. What are you doing? Man, this whole thing so you can meet MJ. Now you have to leave. I gotta go. This girl is important to me. Harry, please look at her. You think a woman like that sniffing around because she likes your personality?
Mm.
Your mother was beautiful too. They're all beautiful.
Doesn't like her.
After your trust fund like a pack of
There's what?
I said the points where he doesn't like her.
Mm-hmm.
He's not too crazy about MJ.
Right. Well, don't forget they're rich, so they think she's beneath there.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone heard that creep. Creep is my father.
Mm.
If I'm lucky, I'll become half of what he is. So just keep your mouth shut.
I don't blame her for sticking up for herself.
Right.
You don't talk about a woman like that.
Mm-hmm.
We can destroy him. I can't. The trial must not.
I always thought the scene was kind of cool too.
Yeah, everything that they do with Willem Dafoe here is just great. You got like the voice, you got like him, and then his voiceover as the Green Goblin.
Right.
The cunning warrior attacks neither body nor mind. Tell me how. The heart, Osborn. First, we attack his heart.
He looks so much younger there in that photo.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't they just kind of put up that maybe like photo it to make him look younger.
Right. Yeah.
Now May is in the hospital because the Green Goblin end up destroying the house. He had no eyes. Yes, he does.
Yep.
I could imagine like back in 2002, like when you saw this in the theater, was packed.
It was, yeah.
With a lot of Spidey fans, a lot of fans who read the comics.
Mm-hmm. Well, I went we went like the weekend after it came, like not the first weekend. I think we went the weekend like after, like the second weekend or the third weekend.
Yeah, you wait until like the crowd hype died down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I used to work in a movie theater, anytime a Marvel movie would come out, it would be crazy.
I could imagine. Bless you.
Thank you. My allergies.
Yeah, the allergies have been pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. This morning I woke up with a sinus headache.
Oh no. Yeah, I take like Claritin and all. Like if my allergies are bothering me.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Usually my eyes get like itchy, right? Like really bad.
Mine do too. I'll probably after this I'll probably go take a Benadryl and and then just go like lay down.
I like how May just hears everything. Like with what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that MJ is the right girl for Peter.
Right.
Not Spider-Man. Unofficial photographer.
What did he say? I said, he asked me what I thought about you.
What did he say?
I said, Spider-Man. I said, the great thing about MJ is when you look in her eyes,
She's a kick-ass girl.
she's looking back in your eyes. Everything feels.
Really, I'm glad that we got everybody in the chat here watching. I'm thankful for all you guys coming in and watching the watch along with us.
Yeah, it's fun to do it.
Yes, this has been a lot of fun. If you all want me to keep doing these watch alongs for films, let me know.
They're fun.
I'll definitely be having more people. Hopefully, this has been great with Katie here.
Anytime.
Yeah, I'm very grateful that she took the time, whatever she was doing to do this watch along with me.
I wasn't doing anything tonight.
Oh.
Just, usually when I get home from work, I usually like eat something, take a shower. I'll watch a movie or a show or something, and then go to bed. Usually, sometimes I don't even finish the movie just because I get tired and I end up falling to sleep. Sometimes I even fall asleep on the couch. Like I'm in my living room, and sometimes I'll just fall asleep out here. Not even in my room. No, but I'm off on Sunday, so it's easy.
Yep. He's here in the laughs.
Now Harry's starting to hear him.
Yep.
Oh, you're right about MJ. You're right about everything.
Saying that he was right, that his father was right about MJ.
Mm-hmm.
How does he feel about her? Well, he's loved her since the 4th grade.
I like we got like a the backstory of that, with him saying, oh, they've loved each other since the 4th grade. I like that we got that.
Right.
backstory.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I've been trying to do this watch along for like days, but it kept on getting pushed back because we all have our schedules, and this worked out good.
Yep, it did. Yeah, it's hard to coordinate stuff sometimes with people.
Yeah, and it was worth the wait. little spider.
Well, you know you're welcome on my channel anytime.
Oh, of course. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll probably have my birthday stream next month. If you want to come on, you can.
Oh, definitely. If I have the time.
It'll probably be on like a Saturday or Sunday night, probably.
Yeah, I'll definitely be around.
It'd probably be like around this time because of work and everything, so it'll probably be around the same time.
I'll definitely.
Harry's in love with her. She's still his girl. Isn't that up to her? She doesn't really know who I am.
Because you won't let her. You're so mysterious all the time.
This kind of relates to me.
What?
Well, like,
Peter?
letting a girl, like letting a girl, like afraid to like let the girl know that you really care for them. I can so relate to this.
Well, you'll find the right one.
No, of course. It's at the point where Green Goblin kidnaps MJ.
Mm-hmm.
That's so great that you see a payphone there when those were popular at that time.
Right. Yeah, now they don't have payphones anymore.
You see,
I wonder how. Huh?
The last I saw a payphone was when I went down to Disney, because Disney has some payphones down there still.
There's one in Epcot.
Yeah. I think that's the 59th Street Bridge that she's on, because the tram to
Have you been to the city?
Yeah, I've been to the city a lot. I live out here in New York.
No, I didn't know where you live. Like, I didn't know where you lived in New York, because New York's a big state. So
I live in Staten Island.
Oh, okay. So you're not. How far is the city from you?
Not too far.
Like, you just take a train there, right?
Yeah, take the bus. I take a bus or the ferry, the Staten Island ferry, into the city.
Oh, okay.
That's funny though when he goes itsy bitsy spider.
So you don't. Yeah, it is. So you don't take the subway too much?
Not really. Yeah.
So then Zack Attack lives over by you. He lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's cool. He told me about that.
Y'all should meet up, because that's kind of not that far from each other.
I know. No, this bridge is actually the Queensboro Bridge, which now it's called the 59th Street Bridge, but it's known as the Queensboro Bridge. And the tram,
that's really cool.
And the tram is the tram to Roosevelt Island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would never.
That's where.
I would never ride the tram. I'm afraid of heights.
Right. I want to go to the city just because I want to go see what it's like, and I want to go in like Central Park and all that kind of stuff.
Central Park is amazing.
But I heard like people are like telling me, you do know it's big, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was big.
It's very big. You'll get lost in it.
People are like telling me it's not like in the movies where they just shoot like part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like huge.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could get lost and end up somewhere where I don't want to be. I actually want to go down to Times Square and all that too.
Yeah, Times Square is amazing. You just have to watch the sellers there.
I wouldn't buy anything.
That's the worst part. That's the worst part of Times Square is having to deal with these people that like try to force or sell you the like CDs or something like that.
Oh, I wouldn't buy any of that. Just
Yeah.
walk past them. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now Spider-Man has to see whether he would save MJ or save the people on the tram.
Mm-hmm. I also wanted to go to like Coney Island and stuff too.
Coney Island's great.
See, I know, even though that I don't live in New York anymore, I know a little bit about it.
I'm glad you do.
It's because I did my research, because we were gonna go on vacation there one time when I was like a teenager, and so I researched everything, and then it ended up not happening. We ended up going somewhere else. So I was like, okay. I think we ended up going to Vegas, I think is what it was.
Pretty cool. I never been to Vegas.
It's cool. I was a teenager at the time, so obviously I couldn't go in the casinos or anything. But I also want to go to New York and go to a Broadway play too. I want to see The Lion King on Broadway.
That's one I still have yet to see.
Well, I'm going to see the Broadway show of Mamma Mia is actually coming where I live. So I'm going to go see it for my birthday.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody watches this, back later, you guys say, "Oh, well, you guys are getting off topic, not talking about the movie." I'm like, we could talk about other stuff while watching the movie.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I get off. I have ADHD. I get off track. I get off subject all the time.
So here we go.
It happens.
Here we go.
If they say something in your comments, I'll go tell them off.
There you go, guys. There you go. There you go. She put out a warning to you guys.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's gonna say anything to you.
Yeah.
I do watch alongs, and then half the time we talk about something different sometimes.
There you go.
I haven't done a watch along on my channel in a while, actually, but when I used to.
We got the fight between Goblin and Spidey.
Mm-hmm.
Got the half Spidey mask, half of Peter's face.
Yeah.
Which I like that they went like they did that. Just having half of Peter's face, half of Spidey's face. I thought that was a nice touch.
I did too.
This whole fight scene is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Even though Spidey gets his ass kicked, pretty much by Goblin. Really pissed me off.
Well, that's the way that it shows in the comic book too.
Mm. Pretty cool.
I don't think you realize that that it's Mr. Osborn in it.
Yeah. until the glider gets to him.
Yeah.
He kills him. Peter, stop! It's Harry. Now it gets revealed.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple personality.
Yep. Now he knows who it is.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like Norman Bates a bit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Always like multiple personalities. It's always the Norman Bates effect. I always call it in films.
Yeah, I loved Bates Motel when that was on the TV show.
I love that show when it was on. Watched every single episode.
Me too. I don't know if they're gonna make a new Spider-Man movie.
I heard Spider-Man 4 is in talks, and they're talking about bringing back Tobey Maguire.
So what is it going to be? Another alternate universe or something?
Probably.
Tobey Maguire's universe instead of Tom Holland's universe.
Probably.
So then we get an old Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. And here is the death of Norman Osborn.
Mm-hmm.
Killed by his glider. Killed by the Goblin's glider.
Don't tell Harry.
Don't tell Harry. I always feel like he should have never brought his father back to the apartment, and that Harry would hate, Spidey or Peter.
Right. Yeah, but Harry doesn't know until I think the second movie is it that Peter's Spider-Man.
Yeah. They are speculating and negotiating at this point. Okay. Well, if it comes to making it. I know there was rumors saying that they want to bring Sam Raimi back to direct it.
Right.
The funeral of Norman Osborn.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man will pay. I like that saying.
Mm-hmm.
Friends could be family to you.
Yep. Friends are like family you never had.
Yeah. Muhammad says, fun fact, interesting fact, I live in upstate New York and they were shooting and filming Spider-Man in downtown back in 2013.
Oh, that's cool. What part of upstate New York do you live in? I lived in upstate New York for a little while, but
Right.
I was all the way in basically almost Canada.
Probably they were filming he said
Rochester.
Probably they were filming Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because that was released in 2014.
Yeah. So Rochester was like 8 hours from where I lived. because I lived like so the closest like major city was Albany, which was like 4 hours from where I was.
Yeah, that's like the most popular part of upstate New York.
What is Albany?
Mm-hmm.
That's your capital.
Capital of New York.
Mm-hmm. So the closest other town to me would be when I lived in upstate New York was Vermont. So it was already a state over. You could take a ferry ride, or you could take the bridge, but it would take you an hour on the bridge, so you might as well have taken the ferry. Because it only took 30 minutes and you could take your car on the ferry. So that was interesting.
Ooh, there goes the kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Ship them so well.
Right.
All I wanted was to tell her how much I loved her.
My internet, I can see my internet's getting slow.
It's fine on my end.
It just lagged. I could tell. It lagged for a minute. I think because it's storming out.
Yeah, he said I didn't know that Vermont is closer to upstate New York.
Yeah, well, I was in a small town called Plattsburgh, New York. So Rochester's over there next to like the Buffalo side, and I was more on the Montreal, Canada side. So like the Walgreens I worked at was like at the border of Montreal, like the US border to Canada.
Nice.
Yes, the next major city to me was Burlington, Vermont.
Life holds in store for me. I will never forget these words.
Great power
Great power
comes great responsibility.
This was a great ending to the movie, I think, too.
I agree.
How was it working at Walgreens? It was okay.
I'm Spider-Man.
I only worked there for 3 months, and then I found another job.
It's such a good end here with him just doing his Spidey webs.
Yeah, it is. I loved this ending. It was one of the better endings for Spider-Man, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I was a cashier.
And credits. Great movie. Still is to this day.
I was part-time.
I didn't realize the ring announcer was Bruce Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Octavia Spencer was in this. Made an appearance. Wow.
Yeah. That's who the black lady was. When they were at the wrestling thing.
Oh, that was her?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And she's in the Divergent movies too.
She looks so young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was her.
I like this song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Even the end credits, they do a really good job with the webs.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like Danny Elfman music anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he did he didn't do the music for
the ending.
Spider-Man 3.
What was that?
He didn't do, I think, the music for Spider-Man 3.
I think he was working on another big project. That's why they couldn't get him.
Yeah, I knew it sounded different.
Let's see. Who was the composer for Spider-Man 3? Christopher Young. I don't even know who that is.
Let's see what he did. He did music for Hellraiser, The Grudge, Drag Me to Hell, Sinister,
Right.
Pet Sematary, the remake, Ghost Rider. Wow, he did music for Ghost Rider.
Who?
Christopher Young
Oh, okay.
did the music for Ghost Rider.
Nice.
And the film has, and I say the film here has a pretty good soundtrack. Spider-Man.
Being cashiers required a lot of math and a lot of focusing and prior experience. Yeah, I was a cashier at Walgreens. I was like a customer service person when I worked for Walgreens. I have a lot of cashier experience actually. Not really accounting, unless you're like a bookkeeper or a team leader.
Like that, the music is just all early 2000s music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just brings you back to a good time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you know, this came out a year after 9/11, so everybody needed a hero at this point, you know, to get us away from all the terror.
Well, originally they had the Twin Towers in there, and they had to cut it out.
Yeah, I heard the teaser trailer, and I think like the poster, they had the World Trade Center on it, but since 9/11 happened, they pulled all that. They had to re-edit the teaser, or I think
they did.
Yeah, no, I think yeah, I think like before 9/11, they released a teaser which still had the World Trade Center on it, but then they pulled it after 9/11.
Yeah, they did.
I like how they added the original Spider-Man theme here.
So Bruce Campbell did like the voice of on it, like the
he was the wrestling. He was the wrestling announcer.
Yeah.
Scene where Peter Parker goes into the ring and fights Macho Man.
I actually got to meet Bruce Campbell.
Oh, awesome! I heard he's very nice.
He is. So my best friend's the sister was a writer for Burn Notice, so I got to be in the background as an extra in a couple episodes of Burn Notice because it was filmed in Miami, Florida.
Cool.
Peter Parker? What about Peter Parker?
Yeah, I think he's referring to the wrestling scene.
Oh,
with Bruce Campbell in it.
Yeah, he announces Peter Parker. Well, it's Spider-Man.
Well, this was a great watch along here.
Yeah, it was. Drake Bell
played by
Drake
Bell and Bruce Campbell. Huge Chris Jericho fan.
I used to like Chris Jericho a long time ago.
Break the walls down. He's in AEW now.
Huh?
He's in AEW now, All Elite Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
He's the current FTW champion, which they are now, you know, considered being a title when, you know, the last person that had it was Hook, and if you remember the wrestler Taz, that's his son. And,
Yeah, I remember Taz.
And they didn't look at the FTW Championship, as a title there in AEW. But now that Jericho has it on him, it's bringing more prestige to the title.
Well, that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah, I used to watch it when the Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys were there, and Edge and Christian were there. I used to watch it then. The old school wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't watch it now because I never know when it's on, and I'm usually forget when it comes on, so I just usually don't watch it.
It's always Mondays for Monday Night Raw, 8:00. AEW goes on 8 to 10 TBS, and SmackDown comes on Fox every Friday, 8:00.
Oh, okay. I remember SmackDown used to come on every Thursday or Wednesday.
It used to come on Thursdays on UPN.
Yep, I remember that. I used to watch it every Thursday. Chris Jericho did talk about Bruce Campbell on Talk is Jericho at one point. Oh, that's cool.
That's Jericho's podcast.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that there was a podcast. That's cool.
All right, guys. Well, going to end this watch along. Thank you all for taking the time and hanging out with me and Katie for this watch along. Katie, thank you for doing this watch along with me.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
And
thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. And thank you all for commenting in the side chat here. Hope you all had fun, and might do another one of these watch alongs. I was thinking of doing a watch along for John Carpenter's The Thing, which is one of my favorite.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorites too.
So hopefully, when I do that watch along, I get everybody else to join up on here. That's such a classic film.
Mm-hmm. I love John Carpenter movies. He's one of my favorite directors.
He's a very, very good director.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed this watch along. Definitely give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until the next video for you guys, I'll see you all later.
Bye, everybody.